Namaste, gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tayen. I know that this is so impromptu. This is not like me to just go live and not let you guys know that I'm here, but for whatever reason, I cannot upload a video. This is like my third attempt, and so something just said, just go live. Okay, so you're going to get this reading raw, unfiltered, unadulterated. They're all like that anyway. So, without further ado, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Okay, so this is a reading for the Divine Masculines. Right now, I am going to go ahead and call in some help, and I'm not going to delay. I'm going to get right into the reading, but I will say I am not going to be really able to focus on your comments because I'm going to be so knee deep into this reading. So please forgive me temporarily. After I'm done with the transmission of this reading, I will make sure that I view your comments. I do see that someone is here. Welcome. My internet is a little bit delayed and slow, so I don't know who you are that is here with me. There's 4 people now, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, now it's coming through. Cynthia, welcome. Thank you for holding space. All right, I Manifesto. Thank you so much. Carla, hey there, girl. Thank you. Janelle, hi, girl. Thank you for being here. Miss Alatrick, thank you for being here, honey. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading. If you guys are cross watchers, that's fine. Welcome. This is the Divine Masculines reading. Hi, Felicia. Hey, girl. Charlene, hello. Felicia, hello. Farida, hello. The Priestess House, welcome. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead without further ado. I'm going to get right into this reading. Let me go ahead and call in some help, and then I'll get in. I'm not going to be able to look at your comments because I'm going to be kind of like in a trance, okay? Because I'm channeling. And when I'm channeling, I don't want to break it by looking at the comments. Hi, Natalie. Hey, love. So glad you're here. And everyone else in between that I may have missed. All right. So I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod He Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this reading in all directions, time, and space, past, present, and future. And so it is. TJ, hello, girl. Ren, hello. All right. So let's get down to the knit and the grit. You have crowning the reading the 9 of Swords. Okay, so here is the 411 with this Divine Masculine. The Divine Masculine basically gave space, okay? I feel like he went into non-communication mode with the DF. And so therefore, he's in the 9 of Swords energy. And as you know, this is crowning the whole reading. The Divine Masculine is up at night because I feel like he ventured off to do him. He felt that the energy of the relationship with the Divine Feminine was too much. And so therefore, he put a wedge between himself and his divine counterpart. And I believe that the love that they shared was so intense that it was just overwhelming for him because he was not standing in his autonomy. He's not fully in his autonomy now. And so therefore, it was something that was foreign to him. I feel like he was raised in a situation where he also saw his father or a father figure kind of dip into other relationships while he was married to his mother, but he felt like how can I say this? An obligation to respect this man because he, again, was his father. And so while he was entertaining these other relationships. That is the role model, that is the figure that he had as an example for a man. And so when he went away, he didn't feel an obligation to fulfill the role to play with divine femme because, again, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So I feel like this is the divine masculine that had followed in the footsteps of his father, quote unquote, or his father figure. And it doesn't make his father, and nor am I calling his father to shame. Okay, this is not what I'm doing. It doesn't make him a bad person. It just means that he made bad decisions. And as a result of that, this divine masculine has infiltrated those same traits, if that makes sense. All right. Now, I feel like with this card being here, this is the Ten of Swords. This is the energy that the divine masculine has put himself through. Divine femme did not cheat, manipulate, or betray him. He's in this energy because I feel like he ran away from love and he was looking for love in other places, but he doesn't realize that love is the paradox of everything, you see. And so while he was running away, it caught up with him. I feel that he was afraid of this love because this love was transforming him. It was changing him. It was making him become someone who was better than even his father. And as much as this may sound a little bit distorted, he was worried about that because he always looked up to his father and he felt that if he would be anything slightly different, then his father wouldn't accept him, or the person that is his father figure would not accept him and would look down upon him because he was raised in a different society with a different set of rules. They came from a place where the men dominated the women. The women are, subservient, and they are lower than or less than. Therefore, when he was being changed and transformed by this love and going into different transitions, he felt like he was losing his power. Okay. And I feel that this transformation of love was the very thing that he needed. And he knew that in his heart of hearts. But because of his own ability to see correctly, because of him blinding himself with traditions and society constructs, it limited his love. Okay, love was not able to grow. I'm not saying that the divine masculine did not love divine femme. I'm saying that he cut his own self off. Okay, he used love instead of using it as a catalyst to grow. He used it as a noose to choke himself out of this relationship. I feel like he was running away from his emotions, which is energy emotion. And so therefore it has caught up to him because he's in a Ten of Swords energy. Okay. Of course he loves her. But now he's attached to a third party situation, which is represented by the next card that is here. The next card that is here is the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, it just lets me know that, yes, he has a lot of passion for the divine feminine, but he also has passion for someone else because I don't really believe that it was his whole intention and his whole intent to go into another relationship outside of the relationship that him and the divine feminine had. Okay. But what a weave that we tangle. I really believe that deep down in his heart of hearts, he knew that the divine feminine was the one, but because of ego, the ego trap, it led him astray. And it made him become a hunter of love. And there is a saying that today's prey will be tomorrow's hunter, and vice versa. Tomorrow's hunter will become today's prey. So he got entangled, he got ensnared, he got entrapped into this, what I call a karmic loop. You see, he added this third party into this situation. So now he's in love with two people. So he thinks. And I'm saying so he thinks because really, honestly, it all has to do with vibrational match and vibrational frequency, people. You align yourself with those that are on your vibration. This karmic was a vibrational match for him. And so therefore she was able to come in. And I feel like for some of the divine feminines that are connected to this divine masculine, I feel like you were on a higher vibrational resonance. And instead of him embracing it, he wanted to kill it. He wanted it to die because what you did, you shined a light on his inner demons. You made it impossible for him to make any excuse to not evolve. You see, a lot of people are scared of spirituality, believe it or not. A lot of people are scared because they realize that if they learn the truth about reality and what is really out there, it is going to cause a significant change. And believe it or not, most people don't want to change. Some people want to remain stuck, contrary to belief. And with this divine masculine, he was at a time when you came into his life, he wasn't ready to receive you fully. So divine masculine, you are in this energy to where you are domineering, okay? Which is represented by this card, the Knight of Swords. So the reason why he entered into this relationship with the karmic is because he could control the relationship. He could control what he wanted the relationship to look like, how he wanted her to dress, what he wanted her to wear, etc. And so therefore, with the Knight of Wands energy, I feel that I don't think that he just kind of went out here and just started scoring and doing everyone around town. I don't think that. I feel that he was very careful. He was very selective and he used discretion, but he had several partners. And when I say several, I mean that it's more than 3. Okay. Whether he intended to get into these third-party situations or not, the fact remains that with this energy, that is what this card details. It details discretion and sexuality. Okay. So with him being very careful and selective, it edged you out. You were not included in the numbering, you see. And I feel that these other people that he chased after, he was looking for you in many women faces and have come to find none. Source energy said that even if he took all of the women that he was intimate with and that he dealt with and combined them together into one person, she still cannot amount to divine feminine, you see. And this is the reason why he is in the 9 of Swords energy. You have him energetically. The other women have him physically and mentally and emotionally. And the reason why, but you see, let me break this down. You have him on all fronts, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, because this is your other half. Okay. Now, these other women, they have been competing because even though they may not know you, and some of you divine feminines, you do know the karmic person, or you know of the karmic person, or vice versa. This is a general reading. They know of you. They have been competing with you, which has made it even that more compounding for not only you, but for divine masculine as well, because now there's competition. And with this divine masculine, he's the type of Casanova and ladies man that loves competition, you see. And so that is making him even more stuck. But with the next card that is next to this, which is the Knight of Chalices, it deals with only giving to one another, you see. I feel like source energy is stepping in to kind of like weigh out the scales. I feel that there's been an unequal reciprocity in this relationship. And some of you divine feminines have gotten sick and tired of being sick and tired that you have stopped dealing with this divine masculine altogether. but you do chime in and you do tune in to figure out his headspace and where he is, because you still love him. And it's evident that he still loves you and he's still thinking of you. But the energy of the relationship is that it takes two to tango. One person cannot do this all by themselves. So divine masculine is sitting here with a choice that he has to make. And right now, the energy that he's in is the Five of Cups. Now, we all know what the Five of Cups, it means being left out in the cold, blah, blah, blah. Well, it doesn't mean that in this deck. It means when you have the Five of Cup energy here, that you're guilty. He is guilty of everything that he has done to cause her so much harm. He has even ruined her reputation, smeared her name in the dirt. And when I say this, I'm not talking about the karmic. I am talking about the divine feminine, you see. I feel like he had to cover ground. He knew that he messed up a good thing. So I feel like you guys were the couple of the town. You were the talk of the town. Everyone loved you. You were the ideal couple, okay? And so in order for him to break away without looking like the bad person, he threw you under the bus. And he's guilty for it now. He feels hurt that he did you like that. But see, he was trying to feed his cardinal desires, his lower chakras. He was trying to, you know, be a man in his terminology of what it means to be a man. Remember how I started off when I channeled at the very beginning of what he thought a man was. He thought a man was being with as many women as you want to be with while you have your wife or your girlfriend or your significant other on the side. You became the side chick. And he made these third-party women his main piece. And this is what I'm feeling with this divine masculine. But here it is. God is not stupid. For whatever reason, this divine masculine cannot get you off of his mind. He cannot get you off his brain. You are glued to his brain like super glue, bug super glue, gorilla glue, okay? You are there. So now he's having to face these harsh realities of the things that he has put you through. He has drugged you through the mud. He has drugged you through the dirt. He has even, beyond gaslighting and ghosting you, this man has really put you in compromising situations. For some of you, I even feel like they have financially put you into financial ruin. Okay? Wow, this is a very heavy reading. So with this divine masculine, you have this card here, which represents reciprocity, equal give and take, Three of Pentacles. Of course, he's not giving you what you deserve and what you need because he has you in a third-party situation. 2 is company, and 3 is a crowd. And he's starting to wake up to that very fact, like he can no longer do this anymore, you see. When he is with the karmic, he is constantly always still thinking about you. Even when she makes laughs and gestures, he's like, well, dang, she don't laugh the way my divine feminine laughs. She don't cook the way that my divine feminine cooks. He's always making comparisons. I feel like there's a lot of arguing in this relationship with the 3 of Pentacles here. There's not an equal balance, okay? I don't feel like there's any balance at all. Now you also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant normally stands for a man that is married. For some of you divine feminines, you are married to your divine masculine and you're in separation, literally, okay? And I feel like for some of the divine masculines, they've been away for longer than a year. Because when you deal with the Pentacles, you guys, Pentacles deal with years of dealing with someone. And for some of you divine feminines that are not married to your divine masculine, either your divine masculine is married to their karmic or they may be married to someone else that's their soulmate. But I really don't feel that the majority of the divine masculines are with their soulmates, okay? I believe they're with a karmic soulmate. And that's the energy of this reading. Because remember, they're stuck on a karmic loop. And I want you guys to know that when you're stuck on a karmic loop, it's the same as being a drug addict or it's the same as being addicted to a drug. You know that you want to quit. You know that it's not good for you, but you don't know how in the hell you're going to stop doing this. Or you don't know how you're going to break the relationship and make a clean break. And I feel like the divine masculine is at that point. He doesn't know how he's going to make this clean break, although he knows that he should. Although that he knows that they have a very toxic relationship, a very unhealthy home life. I don't feel like the home is stable. I feel like anything goes. I feel like they both know that they're both messing around on each other. The third party situation has put him in a third party situation, and he's put her in a third party situation, in addition to your situation. What a humdinger. I mean, I feel like it's really a mess. And so, in all of this energy, what stands out that is so near and dear to his heart is one thing. When it comes to the affairs of the heart, you cannot hide the way that you feel, because love will come and it will consume you like a fire, and it will burn you up until you give it its heart's desire. And I feel like divine feminine, that's who you are to him. You are his heart's desire. You are the eternal flame and the eternal torch that is burning in his soul. Of course, he can't loosen you. He can't get rid of you. It's impossible. And I feel like he's coming to his senses because you have the Nine of Cups, and that is your outcome card. Okay. Then I have some clarification cards, and this is dealing with the karmic energy that's here lastly. And then I'm going to pull from the divine feminine's higher self and see what she has to say on the left side. And then on the right side, it's the divine masculine's higher self and what he has to say. And then we'll just go from there. Okay. And the Nine of Cups energy, I feel like he's getting to that point where he's reaching his highest senses. He is listening to source about this relationship because he's fought it all along. All along. He has fought his feelings for you. I don't think that he's came out and blatantly told you that he just doesn't love you, because he can't, because he knows that you know that that would be a lie. But I believe that he's tried to teach you how strong he is without you. Because when he left on a mission to prove to you that he didn't need you, you see, because he wanted to be independent from you. Because I felt like for a lot of you divine feminines, the divine masculine that we're speaking of, he depended on you, whether it was financially, emotionally, physically, mentally. I don't care what it was. He depended on you to some degree. There was a codependency here. And if you want me to be quite honest, it still is a codependency here, because even though you are in no contact with this divine masculine, and some of you are in contact with him, it's just not like, daily phone calls, daily texts. I think that is kind of like a few texts may come through every now and then from this divine masculine. A few phone calls, maybe once or twice a year, may come in from this divine masculine, but he is stalking the shit out of you. Okay. I know like the back of my hand, he is watching you like a hawk. He can't get you out of his head. So when he wants to soothe that inner closeness in his inner sanctum, because he feels so safe with you, he starts looking on your social media, because that is his pacifier. Okay. You are his Achilles heel. You are his weakness. You are the very thing that is to Superman. You're his kryptonite. No one can get him like you get him. No one can touch him like you touch him. And I mean both physically and mentally and emotionally, you see. And so therefore, in the Nine of Cups, you are his wish come true. You're his dream, his fulfillment, everything that he wants. But there's just one thing that's getting in the way of this partnership, and that is his ego. He's trapped. Not only is he trapped on this karmic loop, but he is in a mental mind fuck that he put his own self in. All because of the inability to just allow for things to be as they are, you see. And I feel like he's coming into the realization that he knows that the karmic that he is connected with is not any good for him. But he stays there because he's the type of person that does not want to be proved wrong. You're dealing with the divine masculine that really does have a personality disorder. I'm sorry. I'm a naturopath. I'm a natural doctor. And I am just sensing that he has a personality disorder. He is very headstrong, stubborn as a mule. And even though his heart is telling him, you don't want to be in this relationship, you want to be in that relationship, he is hell-bent because of his pride and his ego to stay. And he's suffering. And that is represented by the community card. The community card deals with third party. Of course, it's a community. There's other people involved. And I also feel that the community card is here because your relationship did not end because of you and Divine Masculine and the fight that you had or anything else that he told you. He lied to you. There were other people on the outside pulling him out of this relationship. And I'm not talking about just the karmic people. I feel that there was some biased interests that were here because they wanted to use the Divine Masculine for what they wanted. And so they put things in his ear about you that were untrue. And they made it appear so good, as if they knew who you were more than the Divine Masculine. And he fell for it because I feel like with the energy that he has, he was gullible because he wanted to please them, you see. He was in his ego. He wanted to please them. They made promises to him that they will help him in certain business ventures. I feel like for certain Divine Masculines, it was education. It was certain type of education that they couldn't get at the location where they were. So they helped them to get into school somewhere or an apprenticeship or some type of business. But it was about money. It was about the pentacles, even though we are sitting here with the community card, okay? It was about finances. I feel that although he was doing good with you and well with you financially, he had another vision that I feel that being with you in his mind, because he doesn't understand energy, he felt that he couldn't receive with you when he didn't even realize that if he stayed with you, you could have conquered the world together, you see. So next we have pathway. We have the pathway because now divine ordering is coming into play. Divine ordering is coming into play because you can only be on the wrong path for so long until source course correct you back to where you need to be. He has ran long enough from this union. And see, now what goes around comes right back around. And it reminds me of that song. Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Come on, you cannot replace gold with fool's gold. They may look the same from a distance, but when you come personal and up close, you'll start to see the imperfections and the full gold. And I believe that's where he is with his karmic. You know, from a distance, I felt like he felt that this person was true. I felt like he did feel that this karmic was everything that he wanted. I don't think that he denied the connection with the divine feminine because you know what? Energy doesn't lie. I don't think that he felt that the karmic was the divine feminine. I felt like he had something to fucking prove. And so that's why he stayed, because he had something that he had to prove to himself, because never before have he became so weak for a woman. For a moment, he felt like Samson and that you was his Delilah. He felt that even though you poured into this man, you poured into this divine masculine and you made him strong, you made him really who he is. He is who he is unbeknownst to himself because of you right now. But because he had help from you, it handicapped him. So he felt that he had to move away because he could not understand that type of love and that type of love dynamic. It was too much for him. You were too much in your goddess essence that when you were in that essence, it reminded him of what he needed to do too, so he can stand in his autonomy to be in his God essence. But instead of doing that, he chose to run away. So he got into this relationship and he is connected to this partner now. But he hates her. And I don't understand why he is at that point where he doesn't even like her. But yet and still he stays. But it just goes to show you how deep soul ties and connections are, you see. I was listening to Greg Braden last night, The Seven of Scenes in the Mirrors. You guys, if you ever have a chance, check that out. Oh my God. It speaks about the twin flame union. It speaks about becoming whole and one with yourself first. This man said he did a counseling for a couple. And this couple were both married to other people. And they both had families outside of each other. But they would always sneak around on the weekend, be together on the weekend, you know, and they were addicted to each other and they didn't know why. And so when he was on that counseling session, he asked both of them, what is it exactly that you love about this person that is standing or sitting across from you? And they realized they had nothing in common at all. It goes back to vibrational frequency and vibrational resonance. This person was doing something for the other person that their husband or their wife was not doing for them, you see. And Greg was like, well, how come you haven't communicated with your wife or your soul husband what it is that you want and what you expect? How come you went outside of the marriage? So anyway, long story short, they ended the relationship because they realized that the only reason why they were together, it wasn't because they loved each other more than they loved their spouses. It was because their inability to see that everything that they was looking for in the other person, they possess within themselves. And that's exactly what this divine masculine is doing. He is seeking love outside of himself because he doesn't fully love himself yet. He hasn't come to know that love is an inside job and not an outside job. And that is the reason why there's a thin line between love and hate. This is the reason why he hates his karmic. He doesn't love her. They're on the same vibrational match. They're on the same vibrational frequency. And so therefore, they're going to continue on this loop until divine masculine comes into his conscious awareness and raises his vibration. See, when you raise your vibration and you're living from 5D and above, there is no karma, you see. And so when he comes to that 5D, you don't ever have to worry about any karmic relationship with any divine masculine. The reason why divine masculines, you guys, are in karmic relationships is because they're not standing in their autonomy. They're not high vibrational. They're low vibrational. Any divine masculine that is in a relationship outside of divine feminine's relationship, okay, other than a soulmate relationship, because there are other contracts, but I'm not getting into that. I'm talking about those that are supposed to be together. You know, Source had already told you that this is your divine masculine. You're supposed to be together. You know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, 100% bona fide that this is a 3D union relationship and he is still connected with the karmic. That is because he has not raised his vibration. He is not awakened enough. And so therefore, you're going to have to do energy work so you can awaken him. Yes, you can do that. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I do it all the time for my divine masculine. Me and my divine masculine, I don't want to say we're not in communication because we are. I speak to him when I want to speak to him. He speaks to me when he wants to speak to me. And we're completely fine with that because we're both doing energy work. He's doing energy work. I'm doing energy work. And we're content with that. I don't want to get in his way. You see, do what you need to do. I've told him, baby, I love you. Do what you need to do for you. I'm going to do what I need to do for me because that's true love, you guys. Loving self first, taking care of your own soul, holding your own soul near and dear to you, holding yourself at night when you're crying because it's just too rough. That is true self-love. And most importantly, that is true self-worth. All right, so this divine masculine, he done bit off more than what he can chew. Because guess what? Not only does he have the pathway that is lit up before him, you have the house and the home. And who do you think is the one that is the house in the home. Well, you guessed it. It's the divine feminines. It's us. Our divine masculines, they're supposed to be here to protect us physically, mentally, and spiritually. But divine feminine, you are here so you can cover your divine masculine spiritually. That's all he needs. I remember, you know what? I'm going to share something intimate with you guys that my husband told me. And I fought him tooth and nail on this. And I'm like, this is the most retarded ass shit I have ever heard. But it's true. He said, I don't need your love. I don't want your love. I need you to just respect me and cover me spiritually. And I'm like, that is the most asinine shit I've ever heard. How can, but he was wrong though, because in his, again, upbringing, women are looked down less than, okay? And so I had to start reaching him from where he was, not trying to change the way he think, but to impress upon his mind how to think better. And so I had finally sent him a scripture from the Bible where Adam looked at Eve and he said, at last, bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, to remind him that we're one. And one loves themselves. They're supposed to love themselves. And if you love yourself, then you're going to quite naturally love the other person. And so with the divine masculine, with his inability to love the other person, which is the karmic, he's now starting to realize that he do indeed love the divine feminine. She's home. She's where he wants to be, even though he's somewhere else. You know, it reminds me of Keisha Cole when she says, what is the name of that song? It's not where he's at, but it's where he wants to be. It is so, so, so true. It is not where he's at. It is where he wants to be. And this is enough energy for you, divine feminine, to take it into the spiritual realm. Whether you want to do this through prayer affirmations to overturn this, or if you want to do energy work, if you know how to do energy work, do a combination of both. Because I can tell you, divine masculine needs help. This divine masculine I channeled for, he needs help. He needs your support. And I really feel like for those of you that are chiming in, your soul contract is to help. And I know that it can be draining. I know, Janelle. I know that it can just take everything, all of your life force that you have for yourself. It just seems like it takes it all out of you because you're pouring so much into this union that you feel depleted, that you have nothing for yourself. But I have some words of encouragement for you. Let's get to the divine feminine and her higher self and what she has to say to divine masculine. All right. She says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Is this not what divine masculine is going through right now? Isn't he feeling these deep waves that is pulling him under? Love is like an ocean. Love will pull you in so knee deep that you feel like you are drowning, but he is not drowning. He is being carried by the waves and by the flow of her love to push him to the next level so he can step onto the next leg of his journey. That's what this love is all about. It's evolution of the soul. Okay? The physicalness and all the romanticizing that we want, that's just extra. Okay? That's gravy. But it's not the main course. The main course is for all of us to stand in our autonomy, whether we're with our divine masculine or divine feminine. That is the true nature of a twin flame journey. I'm going to drop the link here for that video for Greg Brayton. I believe you all need to. It's 2 hours long, but I tell you, it is worth every bit of that 2 hours. It's basically like getting like a seminar for like $1,000 you would pay for free. And it will help you on this twin flame journey. And he goes into addictions. He goes into, our partners being selfish and how you can still stand in your autonomy and be unaffected by that. And I believe a lot of you need to listen to this, even the divine masculines, because this is the divine masculines reading. And I will not forget to drop that so you guys all can benefit from it. All right, next she says, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace it. New possibilities, a new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I feel like with the divine masculine, he has been rehashing the past so much that this is what has kept him away. He's been scared of those skeletons in the closets falling out. But the divine feminine already knows everything about him. He can't hide. You can run, but you cannot hide. And I believe that the divine masculine is waking up to this fact. It's one of those rude awakenings, okay? Have you ever, I feel like, it's funny. Everything that the divine masculine did not want in a woman is everything that he got in his karmic. The rudeness, the disrespect, the just, oh, God. I don't know why we say that we wouldn't do certain things, but then before the cock crows 3 times, like Jesus says, we do it. Everything that he has told divine feminine that he didn't like about a woman, that woman is the epitome of all the ugly that he hates. I don't feel like she has good hygiene, okay? Because what I'm channeling is that he's disgusted because she's not as clean as she presents. Trust me. She has the makeup on, she has the clothes on. And what she's projecting is that, she's like an Instagram model, right? But behind closed doors is something different. That's just the front. That's just basically to show divine feminine that she has your man. But divine feminine don't care. Because let me tell you something. No one can take what is yours is yours. What belongs to you belongs to you. You don't have to kick. You don't have to plead. You don't have to beg. What God has put together, let no man pull asunder. So divine masculine, his higher self says, and this is the last card, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So for you, divine masculines, that this reading is for, I know that you want to go in, and I know that you're hesitant at the same time because you're at the crossroad where now it's not up to you. It's not your choice of when you're coming back to divine feminine. It's Yadhe Vahe's choice, because there's still some healing that needs to be done with you, divine masculine. You have a lot of healing to do. And even if you want to be with your divine feminine tomorrow, it will not happen, because you need to raise your vibration, come out of the stuck energy that you're in with this other energy, which is draining you. The divine feminines, you know why you're feeling drained? You're feeling drained because some of you are empaths and you're feeling the exact way that your divine masculine is feeling. That's his energy. You need to clear yourself. None of you should be feeling drained, okay? I'm here to tell you, I've been on this journey for quite some time, for 9 years, me and my baby. We've been together for 9 years, honey. And I never feel drained. For like the last year and a half, I've never felt drained from our union. Never, ever. So that lets me know that there's some spiritual work that needs to be done, and you need to clear. You need to clear him from out of your auric field. You need to clear all of that. And so you can stand in your own autonomy and work on you. It is not like source. It is cruel and unusual for God to allow you to just sit here and have your heart on a chopping block. I know better. That's not source. You need to cleanse your auric field, okay? This spiritual work works. Even Jay-Z said it. It works. You need to clear you from that so you can be able to live your life. And being on this journey is not waiting for divine masculine to get his shit together. And divine masculine knows that. Okay. So again, if you're feeling like you're drained, you need to get with me after this video so I can help you to clear your field, because there's no sense of feeling drained. Divine masculine at this time, he has work to do. I have come to the conclusion of my reading. Yes, he will never be able to get over you because you're not something to get over. You're not a project. All right, you guys. I'm coming here and I want to read the comments. I'm going to have to go up, up, as much as I can go. Thank you guys so much for holding space with me and being here and just knowing that you are enough, divine feminines. Divine masculines, I know that your job is not easy. You guys have a lot to work on. We all do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, Lisa J Rocks. A lot of these karmic situations and these third party and these women, they're very desperate. They're willing to do anything. Yeah. And it is true. With young Yummy, you said that he fell for the karmic out of lust. It's true because of his lower chakras, his cardinal desires. He wasn't fully in his God essence. And when a man is in his God essence, let me tell you, I don't care how beautiful a woman is. I don't care how much of a temptress or a seductress or whoever she thinks she is, he is not going to be attracted to that type of woman because she does not possess the God essence that is equal to his God essence. Okay. A God recognize a goddess. Only a God can recognize a goddess. Okay. We can't be like Leah. You know, Leah in the Bible, when she was married to Jacob, she knew that Jacob was in love with her sister Rachel and loved Rachel more than her. She kept having all these babies by Jacob and she kept on naming them after, different phrases. Look at me, see me, love me, hear me. And finally, she died after having the last one. But the point is, we don't have to campaign for love. Love will campaign for us. So I have come to the conclusion of this beautiful reading, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for holding space for me. I'm so glad I got a chance to get this out. I don't know what's going on with my space on my camera, but I have so much from recordings and everything else, and that's probably why it wasn't allowing me to upload the video. I've tried 3 times, and you guys, I literally spent over almost, let's see, 2 hours today trying to get this out for you. So I'm so glad that finally something just clicked, light bulb turned on. Do a live video. If it cuts off, fine, at least you tried. But I'm glad it didn't cut off. I now wrap you guys in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. It is a good karma to like, subscribe, share this video if you feel inclined to. You can even donate if you would like to do that as well. Also, I do have a Amazon wish list. You can purchase something from there and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and namaste, everyone. Have a good evening. I am so sorry I'm not able to go through all of the comments and read everything that you guys have posted, but just know that it's appreciated. I dearly appreciate you. And due to my time and going a little bit over, because I only wanted this to be a 30-minute live video and it's going on almost 49 minutes, but I don't mind, but I don't have time to read all of the comment sections because I have something else I have to do. But I love you guys so much.